Hello everybody! Guess what? Jeremy is back and we're unboxing. I mean, what else are we going to be doing here? We're always unboxing. Like, I don't know about you guys, but as soon as Hasbro got that license, they have been going nuts with the Lightning Collection, and I am not one to complain. I finally got that first wave unboxed. You saw that video. I unboxed the Fighting Spirit 2-pack. I even unboxed the San Diego Comic-Con Jason 2-pack, which, by the way, Hasbro sold online. They sold it on a Wednesday to... Was it Wednesday? Yes. No, it was a Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. They sold on the Tuesday to the Hasbro Pulse members. It sold out in 20 minutes. The next day, they sold it to regular, just people wanting to buy it normally online. It sold out in 5 minutes. You are not getting that except on the secondary market. Or is it tertiary market now? Because no, I don't know. Because with San Diego Prime, I don't know. It's gone, but we've got all that out. And what else do we have announced? We have a Psycho Blue. That's another GameStop exclusive. Goldar is the GameStop exclusive that just came out. We have the Lost Galaxy Red and Psycho Red 2-pack that is available to order now. Just so much good stuff. Oh, and Walgreens has a MMPR Black Ranger Zack with his sweet Oyster Stew shield. Digging it, because let's be honest, Zack with the gold shield looks better than Tommy. It basically is like a precursor to the Gold Ranger and Zeo, and I'm all about it. Oyster Stew, best season finale ever. Season finale ever. But anyway, all that's nonsense. You know what you're here for. You're here to look at my unboxing of Wave 2. So here, we got some good stuff here with Wave 2. A little bit of variety, not as much as I'd like, but so we've got the two Beast Morphers, red and gold, the two main figures. It's the current series. It's just smart to release these two because there's a decent chance you're going to get kids who aren't really hardcore collectors that are still going to want these as well. Because they're just going to be like, yeah, Beast Morphers series, love it. Going to get me some sweet Devin and Nate action right there. We've got the Magna Defender, which I'll admit I'm a little bummed does not have a Mike head. I like Magna Defender by himself a lot more than I did as Mike as the Magna Defender. No offense, Russell. But, what are you going to do? Don't have that. That's a bit disappointing, but we'll live. And, of course, we have our first female figure in the line, our MMPR Pink, our Kimberly figure. This is the hardest one to find. This is the short-packed one, like Zed was the short-packed one in Wave 1. So it's going to be your harder one to find. I grabbed this at a Walgreens. That's where a lot of people are finding theirs right now, still is Walgreens. I believe I've heard a little bit of rumblings of Target and Walmart. But by and large, yes, you're going to Walgreens to get these. So we're going to pop all these figures open. We're going to look at them individually. I'm going to try not to take too long, but you know me, I'm a little verbose, and I like to show off what we have here. And so I'm just going to start, in backwards order this time. And I'm going to start with Beast Morphers, which is a fun series, by the way, for those who aren't watching it. You should definitely give it a look. I'm not going to act like it's the greatest season of all time, but so far, so good. And a large part of that would be Devin right here, our Red Ranger. Now, as you can see with this box, like all the boxes, there's this sweet, nice art on the side. If you pre-ordered these on Hasbro Pulse, you actually got a poster with all 4 of these images together. So that's pretty nice for those of you who are able to get it. And what's interesting about him, what's unique here, is that his little energy blast, as you can see, is kind of more like a Data-ish, it's more cube-like. So it looks a little more like it's a computer-generated thing. But again, nice solid picture of him on the back. Not very wordy, these boxes. They don't have any information here besides the stuff they have to have about choking hazards and, addresses, and then just basic figure information. So I'm going to pop him open first. A nice little tab on the top. Always bring your X-Acto knife, kids, or your blade, or whatever you have. It's a lot nicer. And it keeps your boxes much more pristine, which, are just good for display, because these are just solid boxes. You can just put these on the shelf, line them all up, and you'd be good to go. Lisa does that. That's where I got that from. I can't take credit. Anyway, so, boom. Got your nice little two-toned gray background there. And then with our figure, we have extra hands as always. His extra hands are both closed fist. His regular hands, he's got one that's fully open. More like he's, I don't know, kind of more like just a pose hand, because it doesn't really look like it could hold anything. And then his other one's more of a trigger finger, which I believe would be for his gun. I guess it would hold the sword as well, although I feel like they kind of should have a regular open hand more for that. Yeah, because these are both, yep, definitely both closed. Okay, oh, there's a little piece of paper in here I didn't look at. Let me just quickly take a quick look at that, see if it's anything important. I don't think it is. I think we looked at it last time, and yes, it's just the same basic information pretty much that's on the back of the box in different languages on a piece of paper. So he's got his gun here. This is a Power Rangers exclusive weapon. It's not in Go Busters. It's open, ready to fire. Detail-wise, the paints, there isn't actually a lot more paint on this than there is in the basic figure. It just got the black handle and then a little bit of black and silver on the face part, but other than that, it's solid red. And then, like I said, there's his little energy blast. It's actually designed with a hole in it so that you would put your little sword in there. See? And he's like, shoo, with the energy blast. That's pretty cool. I like that. Very unique for this figure compared to the others. And his weapon has a little bit more paint on it, I believe, than the basic figure does. It's got regular blue and a shiny metallic blue on this side, although nothing right here on the handle on the other side. Bit of a negative there. And then head-wise, he's got his earring. Very nice. The earrings on both sides. And I would say the face-wise, it's not too bad. It's pretty solid for Devin. Hair looks like it's on point. The faces, I would say that throughout this entire line have been a little hit or miss so far. Some have been great. Tyler was great. Leo looks great on the pre-production figures. And like I said, this one looks great, but a few of them, I think Kimberly actually might be one of them, is a little less than great. So we'll see. Again, it's your choice. I know some people have complained about Zach, the way Zach looks. Oh, he's got a little plastic tie here. I haven't seen these on figures before. I mean, on this line before. So I had to do a little plastic tie. And let's see. Okay, so the little vest, I don't know really what you would call this. It's but it is just a little plastic, like, parts that hook around the shoulders. It's more like for espionage spies, which is really what Go Busters was. But it moves, much like the shield on Jason and Tommy. Morpher looks like it's got a pretty decent amount of detail. I see the orange, the silver, the blue. Digging that. Same sort of posability I've mentioned with other figures. You're not going to be want for that. It's pretty solid. Let's see, get him to stand up. There he goes. And he's, yep, the belt's fully painted all the way around. Not too shabby. I like to put these, so I'm more of a sword guy than a gun guy when it comes to posing figures. Although when it comes to Rangers in battle, let's be honest, if you've got a gun, you use your gun. But that's just me. And so there he is. There is our Devin figure. Very solid. And I've always really loved the Go Buster suits / Beast Morpher suits in general. So to see them represented like this, I'm very, very happy with this figure. And I see it has like a lot of nice folds in the clothing as well, which work because the Go Buster suits are a different type of fabric, a heavier, more pleatherish type of fabric. I don't know what the exact, what makeup is, but it looks good. I really don't have many complaints with that one. So I'm just going to move on. Going to keep this brisk. Again, we've got our Nate figure. What he has, he's got his hands as well. His little blast is more of a kind of like a ball of lightning. He's got his sword weapon and he's got his morpher / gun, which is good because that is the main thing for him. Is I want him to have both of those. I think he's the type of character that would be fun to pose with both of those. Very, very big fan of the Beat Buster, as they say in Japan, design. Ooh. Little Tucker, open him. Here we go. two-toned gold. It's kind of like real gold. It's more actually oranges. Kind of like the cheddar gold from the Legacy line. And like I showed you, it's got the ball energy over there. And put all these stuff to the side so I can just pull the figures out. His bonus hands, let's see what he's got. He's got a closed fist over here. And I like this one. He's got him kind of like the hang loose sign, which works because since he's got the stag stag beetle sort of stag beetle is, which is one of them. He's got the beetle. I don't know, Kabuto. We'll go with that. But he's got the horns, so the character does do this a lot. That's kind of like his symbol. So to have a hand that really is specialized for the figure, I'm down with that. Nate head looks pretty solid. It looks a little generic. Like I wouldn't like look at this head and like pick it out of a lineup and say that's definitely Nate. But it doesn't look like a bad face. You know, it doesn't look like it's mushy or anything like that. I think what they should have done was A, Nate's a little tanner than that, and B, he should have his glasses. Like, let's be real. I know you don't, you have glasses on when you got your helmet on, but like that's kind of like Nate's signature in this line, and there aren't too many Rangers that wear glasses all the time. Like, all I can really think of off the top of my head are like Billy and Kendricks. So I really think they would have done themselves a world of favor to put glasses on him. Let's see. And then we've got his Morpher that doubles as a gun. Mostly all gold and black with a little bit of that orangish for the visor part of it. Looks very, very solid, well designed. And then his Saber that doubles as a steering wheel. Doesn't fold or anything in this version like Zach's Cannon axe does for the MMPR ones. But again, it's got this gray, it's got gold, silver, a little bit of blue. Only on one side, but still pretty solid. Pretty good weapon. Nothing really to complain about there. Figure-wise, again, he's got the same sort of shoulder deal here, which probably you could take all the way off if you finagled it. But, again, his is more of a gray, while his is black. You can see the little transponder on the side. Very, very cool. I'm liking that. His regular hands, they're both partially open, which I think work well for him. I'm going to put the gun in one hand. Actually, this is the one that has a trigger finger, so it probably should be in this hand. So I'm going to put the gun in one hand. I'm going to put the sword in another. Actually, they like to put his upside down, and I kind of like that too. So I'm going to put his upside down in his other hand, like he's going up for a slash this way. Digging that. And again, he's got his design is a little unique in the sense that he's got these big boot pieces, which aren't really explained on Beast Morphers, but they're part of Beat J Stag / Steel and Beast Morphers that kind of go from him onto him when they morph. And again, it's got the full gray and the full gold and black and gray everywhere. It's just, again, just a solid figure. They were right to get the next black because these costumes are black next instead of the traditional white. Boy, I'm like losing my voice here. But yeah, another good solid figure, and it really does look like you can tell that it's molded to look like it has a different fabric, that it's not the traditional spandex. So having both of those there is real nice. I'm really hoping, as much as I want to see a lot of variety from all the different series and more female figures in general, I really hope they fill out the Beast Morphers line in the next few waves. But yeah, so good stuff right there. We're going to move on to our heavy hitter as far as size-wise goes, our Magna Defender. Again, just a nice green on the box. Very, very nice. To get another 6th Ranger, although everyone think he's not a Ranger, he's blah, 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 he's the Magna Defender. Whatever, you know what I mean. The 6th guy from Lost Galaxy. But we will pop him open. two-toned green. Very, very nice. I like it. Pop him out. And again, the cool thing about him is that it just feels like he's more heavy in armor than the other figures. Here's a mostly open hand as a bonus. And here's a halfway open hand. He's got a smaller blast, which makes sense because they had to use a lot of plastic on the cape. So he's just got a very small little blast here, which, you know, you'd shoot it out of the barrel of the gun if you have it in gun mode. Very cool. And I do like, even though we didn't get a Mike head, we did get both modes of the sword / gun. For those who don't know Lost Galaxy, basically you keep the sword in the holster. You can pull the sword out of the holster. Oh, good, it did work. I was almost scared there for a second. Pull the sword out of the holster. You use it like this. It's got the nice green, gold, silver. Very, very cool. Loving that. But when he folds it up, see, this one does not come undone. He can use it more as a gun. And then you just go pew. Although this doesn't, I actually kind of thought this would go in the barrel. Doesn't look like it does. But anyway, so you got both options there. Oh, he's got the plastic tie too. Must be careful. Come on. Come on, Magna Defender. Well, you certainly made that one difficult on me. Although can't say I'm awfully surprised, given the nature of the figure. But so here we go with the Magna Defender. He's got the big shoulder pieces that kind of snap in a little bit, but I wouldn't want to mess with them too much. But they go up to give him more arm mobility. He's got a nice solid cape that actually does have pegs, so you can move it around and take it off if you'd like. So that's good. Back-wise, yep, he's got the full silver and gold back here. Very, very nice. And yeah, he definitely has that bulky armor feel to him that the Magna Defender would have. He's got the belt, which is like clipped on one side and then kind of hangs low on the other. So you can put the weapon there kind of hanging down if you'd like. Like so. Sort of hanging down, ready to use later. And yeah, like, I mean, he's got the nice horns on the helmet. Obviously, it's not an interchangeable head like the other ones. But he makes up for it in other ways with his nice bulkiness. Like, this is easily the best Magna Defender I've seen. And I haven't seen too many Magna Defender figures out there. He doesn't get as much love as he deserves. He's a very cool design. And yeah, see, he's got a definite presence to him compared to the others. So I'm really digging that. I think they did a great job with him. Let me put him over here, though, so I have a little more room to show you the last figure of this unboxing. Sorry, I just had to shoot through them because I want to get through all these. This is the piece de resistance, the hardest one to find. Our girl, Kimberly. Another little minor complaint. It would have been nice if they would have put a Catherine head in here too. Although, size-wise, Amy Jo Johnson's like a foot shorter than her, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, that would be nice. Maybe they'll like do a special edition where it's like metallic armor, and that one will have the Catherine head, huh? That'd be nice. That'd be interesting. Let's see. Our last little slicey slice of the evening as we pop a Miss Kim out of her box. Blam. Very, very nice. You know, that pink on the other side, I think that's the no pink spandex pink right there, honestly. Like, I think it is. I'm going to have to talk to Lisa about that and see if that is the same shade. But, okay, let's see what we got here. She's got her, like, little karate chop hand, which the Pink Ranger was definitely known for. A lot of pictures of her with that, so good call there. She's got a full solid fist as an extra hand as well. There is her blade blaster, that similar as it was in other reviews. Got the nice silver on both sides. Good. She's got her bow. This is the same bow that was in the Jason 2-pack. As you can see, it's got little indents here on the bottom, which is so it can form the power blaster. Very cool. Doesn't say Power Rangers or Jew Ranger on the side, but, you know, whatever. She also comes with an arrow that's actually a little translucent. Huh, interesting how they went with the translucent. Kimberly head. I guess I would say it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it looked a little jank compared to the preview images. I think the thing that would make it look better is if she wasn't so toothy. Like, you can see each individual tooth here, which on one hand is kind of impressive, but on the other hand, it's like, why do you need to see every little chomper? That's an odd choice, but it is what it is. Energy-wise, she has a nice long pink blast, obviously, for her bow. Soup. Very cool. Dig in that. Yep. So like, you can have it, you can actually, it's not just a blast, it actually is bow-shaped on the end. So if you pose her like this, it kind of looks like it's about ready to do some action. Interesting. Not bow-shaped, arrow-shaped. That's what I meant. Oh, I see a plastic tab on her, too. Little plasticky piece. Gosh, she almost looks delicate compared to the others. That is one of the hardest things to do when it comes to making figures like these, is you want realistic human proportions, but you also don't want anybody to look like anorexic. So it's kind of a hard deal to navigate. Okay, so what I notice about her instantly is, and maybe it's just the way the light hits, but I kind of feel like her body, like especially her torso, kind of looks like it's a darker shade than the rest of her. I don't know if you guys are picking up on that. It looks like it's a little bit, it is a darker shade. Like her torso is a darker shade than the rest of her. That's weird. I wonder if that's on purpose. Or if that's like a manufacturer's thing. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that and see what other people say about it. Her hands, she's got one that's partially open to hold the bow, and then she's got one that's partially open with a finger pointed out to obviously, so she's got them designed like this to hold the bow and arrow. So the way the skirt works is the skirt itself, along with the belt and the holster, are one solid piece of that like lighter movable plastic. So it actually, you can actually hitch your drawers up as high as you want, you know, like, oh, why did I look at her butt? Why did I do that? That's weird. But you can like, see, it kind of moves up and then it kind of moves back down into place. Interesting. That's an interesting way to go about it. I think if you put it in the right spot though, it actually is a pretty decent idea on how to make the figure work. Like I don't hate that concept. Let me put the, kind of want to get stuff ready to, how would she, yeah, you would put it in this hand, right? Yeah. Boom. All right, there we go. So she's got the bow ready to go. And I'm not surprised, she's a little more difficult to find the right position to stand her up. But there she goes. Oh. Boom. There we go. We got our Kimberly. But yeah, that is, I really like the figure. I think the proportions work well for her. But again, my concern is I'm wondering about the torso being a different color. I don't think that's my eyes playing tricks on me. I think it really is a different color. Huh. Well, I'll look into that. Oh, and I'll put her blade blaster in like so. But yeah, so that's going to be the review of this wave of the Lightning collection. Overall, another really, really solid entry from Hasbro. My only complaints, like I've told you, have been minor ones. Kimberly's color, some of the heads looking a little wonk, some of the paint not being on both sides, very limited, but a few of that. Wishing we had a Mike head, wishing we had a cat head, stuff like that for characters that had multiple people in the suits. But for 20 bucks a pop, again, not bad. Especially sometimes you can find pretty decent deals online for some of them. So as far as I go with my next review, I'll just show you right now. Goldar's right here. This will be my next review. It'll be just Goldar. It'll be a short video. Just Goldar will be my next one. Like I keep promising, this is like my running gag, like my Jimmy Kimmel with Matt Damon gag is, I'm going to review the Beast Morphers Morpher and compare it to the Go Busters one, pros and cons. That'll be coming out soon. More Ryu Soldier stuff coming out soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. As far as I go, you know where I stand. Just please, just like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Anything you can do to help spread the word would mean the world to me. Really, it would absolutely be the greatest thing. I really, really appreciate it. So until next time, until my next video, I am Jeremy, aka Captain Subpar, saying to you forever and always that I am going to be King of the Geeks. So I'm going to show you, this after video is going to be a little bit longer because I want to show you each, like, close-up of the head. So, like, there's Kimberly. All right. There's Nate. There is Devon, if you listen to Lisa. Right there. And now quickly the Kimberly, like, take a look. See if you can tell, like, I feel like that is a darker shade of pink on the midsection, on just the torso. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I really think it is. You decide.